quiet on the set, please. I'm talented.
Don't forget, I'm Drew Lane.
Okay. Is JFK still dead? Oh, pardon me, we're shooting something. Hello, I'm Drew Lane talking to this fake mic to tell you how dangerous bullshit news is for your health. Listen to Charlie LeDuff, the No Bullshit News Hour. Can we do that again? I'll beat it. That's why I'm taking my glasses off like crack.
Nana, 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 nana.
Na 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 na. Second dose. No bullshit. No bullshit.
Oh my, let's just did breaking news. No more bullshit. No more bullshit.
No bullshit. Na 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 na. No bullshit. No bullshit.
All right, welcome back.
Hey, guys, I missed you.
Hi, welcome back, Karen.
Back, Karen.
Thank you. Do you know people in the airport were saying that they love the podcast? They were like, we love the podcast.
Oh, that's awesome.
I actually really believe those numbers. Yeah, I believe a lot of people.
Well, I mean, when people approach you, I never assume somebody knows who I am, and they start talking about it. This was in the airport, so good job.
Did you know the people?
Nope, no idea. But, we talked. They gave me their feedback, and they listened. So thank you very much.
White people or black people or brown people?
Both, actually.
Really?
Yes.
Male or female?
One was a female, one was a male. White male and a black female.
Were they together?
No.
Really? So you got like twice?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
See, people want tomorrow's news today without fear.
Well, what they want to know is what's really going on, Charlie.
Yeah.
And they appreciate the fact that you're willing to speak up and out on issues that nobody else is speaking on. They do.
Lonely business, I'm telling you.
Yeah, but they do. It's appreciated.
So today we're going to have Red Wing great Darren McCarty on, right? We talk about
Awesome.
the moribund sports scene in this town, plus weed, because that question's still not answered from last week. Is the shit legal yet? I mean,
You aren't smoking it today, though, right?
Who says we smoked it last time?
You did. You said
Could
it.
have been. I mean, it might not have been weed.
Well,
Could have been
tobacco.
vape oil.
Whatever. No smoking in the lower level.
Yeah, we're also going to, DeadlineDetroit.com, where I write for. We're asking the important question, where's Dan Gilbert?
Good question.
Look, I'm going to read this to you right now. It's from a baller. Big boy in all of our lives in this area. They employ a lot of people.
Own a lot of property.
They do. Here's what Big Boy said. I'd give you who it is, but I didn't get permission. Said, read the story last night. You nailed it. Amazingly, no other media is talking about it. Dan Gilbert, his health. He's one-man show here.
It's true.
This one guy is critical to Detroit. I've met him twice, but don't know him personally. However, I do know that Detroiters need to pray for his return. Because if Dan checks out, where are we going? We the people, have so much money invested in him. Not what he's invested. Hundreds of millions of dollars that he's controlling of ours.
Right.
And I'm talking to business concerns on the west. Like, the business community is asking me what I know.
About what's going to happen with Dan Gilbert.
Right, because, they got to make investment decisions.
Well, all of our eggs are in that one basket.
Which is
sadly.
why no mayor ever gives his town to one person.
Right.
They
Because
shouldn't.
This kind of thing.
They shouldn't.
And remember, it's a private company. There's no elected board of directors. There's no publicly traded stock. There's not really anyone to answer to.
And so there's no need to publicly disclose, which means that you've got to do your homework to find out what's really going on.
So, where's Dan?
Where is he?
Also, the mayor of Flint, the media darling, Karen Weaver.
Former mayor.
Right?
Flint.
Out.
Hillary's girl, Democratic National Convention, Snoop Dogg, Jada Pinkett Smith, lunch.
Cher.
She talked to everybody but us. She's gone. Why? If you listen to the show, you know why.
Because she's not the hero of the Flint water crisis.
Flint's an important place. And Flint, obviously, is pissed off what's going on, and nobody's really following Flint. So we will have Art Woodson on, the community activist who probably more than anybody had a lot to do with her brooming.
Yeah.
It was very close, 150 votes.
Which proves that every vote counts, as people
Right.
tend to pull back on the whole voting process. That's proof right there that every vote counts.
You know, I believe, I'm reading it right, she won every black precinct, and her opponent, Sheldon Neely, who's also black, won every white precinct. Flint is 1/3 white and 2/3 black.
What's your take on that, Charlie?
Well, I'm thinking maybe a third of black people abandon her, and all white people never supported her. So,
That shift. Okay.
you know, I mean, interesting numbers, because Flint is an interesting place. Flint is really, you know, a bellwether of the United States, I think. Flint's really important, and it's shocking to me. You know, she's a CNN, they call her a water expert, Rachel Maddow. Like, it's shocking to me. This didn't make any news. It
No.
barely made our paper.
No, it was a blip. Just a blip on the
It's
radar.
a big, so let's find out what's going on up there, what happened, and where we're going, what's up with, you know, federal investigations into Flint before and the contracts after the poisoning. So we'll get to all that. But first, let me say that the No Bullshit News Hour Facebook Live portion is brought to you by American Coney Island. Just got the roof fixed. It's up there patching the roof.
Did you do
place
that
is
too, Charlie?
Tip top.
You were doing roofing
Had to get
too?
it done before the snow, dude.
And the
Yeah.
windows?
Yeah. I don't know if I ever told you, but when I worked for the New York Times and I was in Long Island, right? And we're laying sod. I lived with about 30 Mexican guys in a house. And, you know, we go out to the day labor, go out to the corner, wait to get picked up. And see, I was right in the, you know.
Like on Fun with Dick and Jane?
What's that?
The movie where they, never mind, if you didn't
Okay.
see, you know what I'm talking
So
about.
I'm bringing a
Charlie.
profile of these guys, and we get picked up, and we're laying some rich guy's sod. And I never forget, he's 18 years old, his name is Paco. He goes, Charlie, man, you were good, dude. Where'd you learn how to do this? I go, who the fuck you think did this shit before you got here?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
His brothers. You know, everybody get their turn, man. Try to make the American dream.
That's it.
So it's brought to you by American Coney Island. Remember, it's football season, the holiday season, Coney kits. You can get the whole shop delivered to your door anywhere in the country. Go to AmericanConeyIsland.com.
Makes a great Christmas gift.
It
That's
really
what I was about
does.
to say. It does. I've sent a couple. People
Yeah.
really, really appreciate it, and they enjoy it.
I went to visit a homicide cop who now lives in rural Nevada, and we sent a couple Coney kits ahead of time. And as we got there, the Coney kits got there. You should have seen this old homicide dick. He's like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You've been missing the conies.
I go, well, why you love it so much? He goes, well, first of all those murder nights I was working, the only place open is American
Yeah,
Coney Island. It's
that's
open
true.
24 hours, 7 days, 365. The Thanksgiving Day parade's coming.
Yep.
Go on down. It's always fun. They got hot chocolate. Bada bing, bada boom, bada fuku. AmericanConeyIsland.com. All right. So, for those of you listening on Sunday morning and you're not able to see what we're going to be looking at, Chicken Joe, you were gone, Karen, last week. We yelled at him for not producing. He thought he got fired. Only Joe would think, here's a check, here's some beers, here's some discussion.
Take that as getting fired.
Takes it as getting fired, right? So Joe insists he doesn't live in a hole. It's a nice house, he says, but you'll see these rickety stairs. So this is Joe's security camera.
Oh, wait a minute. He's got raggedy stairs, but a security camera?
He's got a security camera. Well, look, you still want to be secure.
Okay.
Look at those planks.
But you want to have good stairs, too.
Those planks are more rotted than Joe's teeth. Look at that.
I'm
So
not,
this is
I'm
what
not
Joe
gonna laugh.
sent for his contribution this week.
Fell hard.
Joe walks out of his screen door and then steps on one of the boards. It pops up, gives way, and then he falls down, five more stairs?
But he has no landing space. His gate is right at the bottom of
Right
his...
there, yeah.
Look at that.
The poor dog. Oh, poor Joe. Is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine. Joe's made out of rubber. You got that other one?
And we do have the other
Now,
one.
this, Joe says, this is from 16. Joe says
That it's allegedly.
that it's his landlord. I do not, that's from
Allegedly.
Joe. I'm not going to make any comment on that. But these are the people in Joe's life. Joe insists that his windows aren't smashed out. Well, I went over to Joe's house here in the Southwest side. he got plastic up. Joe, fix the window.
Because the windows are blown.
And then he sent this, and this is proof of what I saw. Go ahead, roll it. His landlord was walking up in a Halloween costume with a cape. Throws a brick.
Brick through the window.
What kind of life is this?
You know, I feel sorry for Joe.
Yeah.
Why isn't his window fixed 3 years later?
Because it's Joe.
Oh.
It's like, well, why aren't you, doing your stories, Joe? 'Cause,
Okay.
Joe thought
He
he
was
was a
fired.
mechanic, and he's actually just a pick-apart monkey in a junkyard. But he thinks he's a mechanic.
Well, it's like sanitation engineers. I mean, it's all in how you refer to it, how you characterize it.
Getting
He's fine.
paid like he's a mechanic.
Maybe he enjoys it. Maybe that's his pay.
Play it again, Bob.
Well, it takes some
Play it again, Bob. I get look at
mechanical
this.
skill.
Look at this.
This is unbelievable.
These are the same people that made Joe dress up in the bondage
What?
gear.
I missed that.
Put a ball in his mouth. He was wearing studs and leather, and they were spanking him with a
and-
cricket bat. or
What were you all doing while I was gone?
That's our intern.
I'm glad I missed that, though.
That's Joe.
Yeah.
Joe. All right,
I
Joe.
wanna see
Thank. That was great, dude. Wow, man. We should go over there and fix his stairs for him.
Yeah. I mean, just seems like it would take a hammer and some nails.
And some wood.
Well, and a couple of wood, yeah. Because it's...
I don't think you're going to be able to nail that back.
Or you want to give Darren a call, man? Take care of a little business here. I want to remind y'all, ADR, right? Consultants providing construction management and IT consulting services for your company, municipality, or law enforcement agency. ADR experienced, overseeing more than $250 million in private and public construction projects since 2001. ADR is competent. They can help reduce your costs, increase your bottom line, save you millions. ADR consultants are experts in procurement and government compliance. No job too big, none too small. Give Barry Ellentuck a call at 248-318-9424 for a consultation. Get the job done right, on time, on budget. There's an idea, Detroit. There's an idea, Dan.
It's a good idea.
There's an idea, Mr. Ilitch. ADR Consultants, 248-318-9424. Might as well knock one more out, right? Since Joey's back there mumbling, right?
Makes sense.
Told you. Luke Nowacki. Mark is doing fine this week, right? Do not overreact. Do not do it alone. Get some help. Get some advice. Have him craft a financial plan for you and your family that fits you. You call Schwab up and you pull something out of a drawer. You know, when you go to your company and you pick one of 5 401ks, take it or leave it. Go to Luke, tell him your goals, talk about your family, and he'll get something done that's right for you, that fits you.
Does he manage money? Like, investments?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Yes. Because remember, some people, when you're young, you take risks.
Yeah.
Right?
That's the time to do it.
You're willing to enter into a risky investment, which gives you bigger returns, but it's risky. When you get older, you don't want to risk it. You're looking to get into retirement and have enough to keep yourself warm and feed yourself.
And you're looking for customer service.
That's what you're doing.
That's what you're looking for, too.
When I went to see him, man, it was cool. Sat out, poured me a drink. I also spoke to a lawyer about my assets, my home, my wife. Very good.
Okay, cool.
Luke Nowacki.
Full service.
Yeah, at Pinnacle Wealth, 248-663-4748. Position you in your investments, retirement, and college savings plans for the long term. Luke Nowacki, 248-663-4748. Great dude, friend of first responders. I should tell you that securities and investment advisory services offered through Roland Associates Inc. member FINRA, Roland Associates Inc. is separately owned in other entities and or marketing names. Products and services referenced here are independent of Royal Science Associates Inc. Luke Nowacki, my man.
I love how you read the legalese.
Fucking shit. I mean, seriously, what's wrong with this country? Big man, you on the line?
I'm here, Charlie. How you doing, bud?
Man, I'm doing good, dude. It's an honor, man. Thank you, Darren McCarty, the grind line, the enforcer, 4-time Stanley Cup winner, man about town. I don't think anybody's loved more in Detroit than you, dude.
Well, I don't know. You're pretty close, bro.
I don't know about it. I'm very much hated, man. Maybe Barry Sanders.
I love you, bro, because you know what? As your show says, no BS. You call like you see it, and you know what? If people don't like it, that's one thing, then they don't like to talk to you. That's why I always like talking to Charlie.
Well, I like how you said that, brother, because it's like you call it as I think I see it. You know.
That's all you've ever done. And I'll be the first one to say, hey, I disagree with you on a bunch of stuff. I don't see it your way, but the thing is, I know you do. So it starts a conversation, and I think that we're grateful that you've started some great conversations over the years to help out people, because that's what you care about.
Well, look, man, nothing's written in stone with me. You tell me something, and I don't know it, and it's true, or I never thought, but I'm going to incorporate it. You know what I mean? Not sticking to it.
I'm the same way, bro. That's the only way that we grow, and as people. So it's an honor, obviously, anytime I get to hang out with you, but to talk to you on your podcast, this is awesome.
Hey, before I forget, can we go back to Vito's in Windsor again?
Sure.
You want to have lunch one day?
Yeah, that was a few years ago.
That place was cool.
Oh, yeah, Vito's is the best. Vito's the best. Eddie Mio, that's the hookup over there, the Maggio family, and we went over there and had a throwdown spread, and they do it real well. That's in Little Italy over there in Windsor.
Oh, it's all.
Nice.
I mean, it's a pizzeria, but they got everything. You go there.
Good.
Yeah, we should.
We eat too, Charlie.
Yeah,
Okay.
you should go there, and you're welcome, Vito, for the free plug because it was that good. Eddie Mio, the great, the goaltending great.
Yeah.
The wing and the Ranger. Eddie still has a mullet, doesn't he?
Yeah, you know what? As you get older, it thins out. So I don't know what the old guy mullet's called, but it might be a Mio Ilitch.
Yeah, you know what?
Mio Ilitch.
I made Eddie mad, man. I was pissed because I didn't even know him. Having a few drinks, I'm dogging him. I'm like, I know why you grew the mullet, Eddie. And he goes, why is that? I go, because you gave up so many goals, your neck would get sunburned by the red fucking light back there.
Absolutely.
An old mullet is called a neck comb over.
I see.
A neck.
There you go.
Okay, there we go.
It's the story and the mullet's coming back.
So
Let's
Darren,
hope not.
I was, last week. Well, I want to take care of some business. What are you doing?
What's that?
What are you
Okay?
doing?
It sounds
Hockey
like you just
player.
fell down the stairs.
I had to move shit around, bro. I'm always busy. I got people in and out. I got business, so I'm just moving a little bit.
Darren,
So
sit
I'm
still, man. Sounds like
do it.
you're putting
That's
like one of
like
those
telling you.
those frozen pizzas in the tin pan into the oven.
I'm going to segue you. I'm rolling a blunt. I'll segue you.
That was last week.
Okay, so here's the thing, Darren. Like, there's two people I know that know the weed business. You and Q Jameson. But I got you. So, dude, is weed legal? I mean, can we smoke it?
Well, technically, and you know what, Charlie, what I always tell people, and here's the thing. See, I get to go around, and I'm a medical patient, right? So
Right.
I'm a medical patient, so my medical rights supersede because they're voted in by people. Supersede. So when you ask me this about the recreational,
Yeah.
people ask me that. I reach out to ask because I'm like everybody else. From my understanding of it, you can gift it. You can smoke it certain places, and you can have it on your person and grow it at your house. But as far as going to buy it, doing all that stuff, that's still up in the air. So I don't know. So the fact that, number one, for me, being a medical patient in the state, like you see, we brought up Quinette Jameson, who has Botanic Q downtown. There's certain people in the medical industry. So they're coming around. As far as from what I heard, it's like March or April next year, you'll be able to recreationally buy it. But as you see in the news, the licenses are going out. Some of the cities are opting in or opting out, and the ball's rolling. So this is the question you asked me. Maybe in February, I'll have an absolute definitive answer for you. Right now, I like we said before, is that I presume it's this. I know my medical rights are this, but I don't know. All of them don't transfer over into recreational, and they're still up in the air figuring that out.
And there's no difference, is there, between recreational weed and medical weed?
Well, are you talking about the strains itself?
Just how the government's going to regulate them, right?
No. Well, see, I don't. That's the whole question. But there's the whole thing within cannabis. There's so many different cannabinoids, and there's so many different strains, and there's so many different whatever. Like the whole big thing is that why you find people turning to it is because you don't have to get high. Guys like me, I need it because the THC is mental and all the mental issues and concussions and all that stuff. But the CBD is the key to everything because that's your body, your sleep, and your appetite. And that's why you see everybody coming onto it where it's like, it's nothing that's going to give you a buzz. It's nothing that you're going to go, oh, I feel great. It's just all of a sudden I'm going to tell you to put some topical on your knee, and then I'm going to ask you 20 minutes later, how's your knee? And it's not going to feel any better, but you're not have noticed the pain in it for 20 minutes. So
I don't know, man. I'm not putting anybody down. I mean, but I've tried it. I didn't notice anything.
You drink. You use other things.
Well, I smoke it to get high. So
but that's what I mean. I understand that. I get it. I came from there, right? But I was going to die, and my shit was going to blow up, and I was going to be off this planet. And thankfully, I had the people around me to get educated. Why am I involved with Pink Canna? Why am I such an advocate for it? Because it saved my life, and I don't want anybody ever to be in the place that I was.
What do you mean?
There's an option.
What was happening?
My organs are going to. I'm an alcoholic, Charlie. My organs are. The reason I don't stroke and pass out and in the hospital, my organs exploding, is because I realize and they tell me because I have so much THC. My blood pressure, I'm in the hospital, is 230 over 160.
Whoa!
You're supposed to be dead, right?
Yeah.
So through the love of this plant and Rick Simpson oil, which is the pure concentrate, which they use for cancer patients, right? So it took the physical addiction of the alcohol. 8 days, I was pretty much in a self-induced, so to speak, coma at home with all this stuff. And when I woke up, the physical addiction of the alcohol that I had to drink, not because I drank, I got sick when I didn't drink. I didn't get sick not when I drank. That's how bad it was. And my shit blowing up. I got educated, and it's brought me back. My blood work, my health, everything is better than when I played. And you know what?
Wow.
To me, that's it.
Well, that's good.
And you know what? Everybody's path is different. Everybody makes their own choices. For me, it's an option. I don't care. In fact, I hope nobody uses it. There's more for me. But,
Darren, did you do this yourself? Did you go to a
no, we did this
professional?
At my house.
So I'm saying, but how did you figure out what to do, what to take, when, how much? What was that?
Because I had the caregiver program in Michigan that came through for me with about 8 people that are well educated in the fact that when I'm literally gonna die and it's the last thing. So my wife, being a neonatal intensive care nurse, detoxed me at home for 8 days with those guys there every minute of the day or taking shifts. Because when I was awake, boom, I was out through the Rick Simpson oil, which they use to fight cancer. Look into it. All this stuff, if you want the truth, this is my truth.
Well, give us a website where people who might want to educate themselves, they can start looking.
Yeah. First of all, you can go to athletesforcare.com, which is all former athletes that speak about health and wellness, because that's what it is. It ain't about getting high, and it ain't about it's about everything.
Let me do this. Let me ask this. We got that. So what is that website again?
Athletesforcare.com.
Because I didn't really know this about you, Darren. I just know you're a good dude who I met and we hang out. So, I mean, what's wrong inside your head? Did you grow up fucked up and your dad beat you? Well, let me finish the question. Yeah. When you get to alcohol, it's like you're covering some traumatic shit from the childhood, or was it you were a big time international athlete and it was like a lifestyle and you guys partied, or did you start drinking to mask the pain in your joint because you were a fucking bad motherfucker, dude? Was it to deal with the concussion? Were you self-medicating because your body was beat up, or was it because it was a party playboy lifestyle, or because you had a bad childhood?
I'm an alcoholic because I have a disease in me of alcoholism. And in the hockey world, when you grow up in Canada, I grew up that if you're a jock, you couldn't smoke weed, you weren't a stoner. I was friends with them. I never smoked weed till I was 27. Never got into it. But I had a beer in my hand since I was 10 years old. And in the culture growing up in Canada, alcohol is accepted. You can be shit-faced anywhere as long as you go and play. For me, it's as it continued. And then when you're an alcoholic and you can't you have one, you got to have 50. right? And then you have to, then you become a professional athlete, and then you got to not only play at a top level, but you got to worry about fighting every night about guys. So that brings something else into it, and it just spirals. Then, it's a culmination of everything except that I was beat or abused growing up. I wasn't, but I'm an alcoholic. It runs through my family. The bottom line is why I was ready now. I've been to 4. The league sent me to 4 rehabs. They spent $1 million on me. I learned the tools to be able to apply them now. If I didn't have the toolbox and the principles of AA, right, which is I live by the principles, except my fucking program's got a garden in it. That's why I don't agree with all the bullshit, because it's about you as a person. So through everything I've been through has got me to this point to be an advocate about it, and I just speak my truth. And it's well documented, and everything's public, and everything's else.
Did you make your...
People can come up to Pinconning, exit 181, where I'm involved in that huge medical and recreational facility. When it gets going, the Darren McCarty brand will be out of there, and I will be up there having these conversations with whoever wants to have them.
And the 12-step program, the AA, all that, part of it is apologizing for the people you've hurt, right?
Well, it's
yes or no?
It's accountability. Shouldn't you, if you're a good person, apologize?
Did you apologize to Claude Lemieux for beating his ass?
No, because he deserved it, Charlie. There's not an apology there. When you're a fucktard and you do stupid shit, you treat people with disrespect, and guys like me come and fucking make you answer the call. Now, God gets involved, and then he does it on the greatest stage and gives you the overtime goal and makes it fucking huge, but that's out of my control.
So Darren,
he doesn't deserve an apology.
So you said you have alcoholism. You're an alcoholic. If you weren't a hockey player and a professional athlete, you think you would have suffered the effects of alcoholism regardless?
Are you fucking kidding me? It's
a
disease, bro. Yeah, it runs in my family. I got alcoholism running all and down it. Yes, you're. I'm a firm belief that it's a genetic something in you that makes us different. It's
That's
just
true.
like anything else.
I agree with that.
So the thing is, and the thing with me, I don't care how we got here. We're here. What are we going to do about it? Yeah. I look at myself like I'm the field medic, right? Let Washington worry about, the boot camp and how the kids are educated and trained and stuff. Fuck, I don't care about that. I care about talking education, but I care about the people, the guys that I'm losing, former athletes, human beings that are killing themselves every day because they don't have an answer. Well, you know what? I've found something that works for me.
The
weed. It saved my life. The weed works.
The weed works.
Yeah.
Now listen.
So Darren,
Go ahead,
so
Ken.
Darren, my thing is, because we keep hearing this argument, and probably I couldn't imagine a stronger voice in this argument than yours. But we hear the argument of marijuana versus alcohol. People drive drunk, they kill people. People are alcoholics. Versus the pushback that the country, our communities, our society is getting for marijuana. What voice do you have on that? I can't imagine a greater one, but what do you say to that argument?
Well, here's the start. Do you know what an endocannabinoid system is, and do you know what that means?
Jesus, endocannabinoid. That means it's something to do with...
But do you know what that... Right. That means everything in this world with a spine in it, every animal, every reptilian, every human being has an endocannabinoid system, which, as you get educated... only this plant, this cannabis plant, feeds that system, like your nervous system. So the first question is, if I got something in me and there's something out there that feeds it, do I got to get educated on it?
Weed.
Right? So it's what you put in. Now your system, the way it works, you're responsible to what you're putting in there. So my body will react differently to a sativa or an indica or a different strain or whatever molecule. For me, it's my journey to find out what works. For me, I need more of a downer because obviously I'm more high-strung. But that's where the CBD is.
Yeah, well, the long and the short is don't drive when you're on weed and you're not allowed to.
Dude, don't. It ain't about. That's just common sense.
But hello, bro. People do it though.
Don't drink and drive. Yes, of course they do.
Now let me
And
tell
if
you
want
something.
the
Let me.
argument,
No,
I'd rather have a road full of stoners than a road full of drunks.
Right.
That
I was
doesn't
just
mean
me.
fucking-
I was just gonna say that. I'd rather be on the road with a 16-year-old
No,
just
none of
Absolutely.
them. No, man.
a
It's no
16-year-old
Well,
just
but
drank
you-
no
6
good.
beers.
What do you, Charlie, don't fucking pretend that there's not fucking people on everything.
I
What,
know,
so they
bro,
take their
that's all I'm
they
saying.
Xanax in the morning? So all I'm saying is what's changed?
I don't know. You know,
Nothing.
like
It's the same shit.
when we blew the
Everybody's
reefer,
doing
when we
it
blew
as
the
we are.
reefer last week, I forgot I
I
had
wasn't
done
here.
it.
Make that
Yeah,
clear.
but you
I
know,
was,
you're
and I
not
was
a
like, "What's
smoker.
wrong with me?" Oh my God, Dad, that's
That's
right.
right. So you shouldn't be able. You shouldn't. It's the same thing as you shouldn't drink and drive.
Yeah, I walked home.
But I'm saying it's the whole fucking. That's not the argument.
God, take
but
it
people
easy.
get up in the morning and take
Jesus.
medication and fucking are on the road all fucked up. So,
Listen, here's the thing, McCarty. Weed's not legal, and I'm against.
what do you mean weed's not legal?
It's not legal until the president or Congress strokes the pen.
Well, at the
you're
federal
on,
level.
You're on.
At the federal
you're on,
level. But federal
okay.
supersedes state.
Yeah,
All right,
it's
well,
called.
it's-
Listen.
No,
Let me educate
listen,
you.
on the-
Let me educate
No,
you. Let me
I don't
listen.
care, Charlie.
You
I
don't
got
care.
my
You got
medical. Michigan's
McCarty.
the
God
medical
damn it,
side.
motherfucker!
I'll be the referee. Time out.
Damn it, dude.
Michigan's the medical.
Let me just
So I
tell you
don't-
something. Let me
You can
tell you
me whatever you
something.
want. It's coming down.
It's called the Supremacy Clause. It's not even an amendment to the Constitution like 14th and 15th.
Okay,
It's called a Supremacy Clause. If the federal government has a law, it supersedes all other law.
Okay.
What we're creating here is a constitutional crisis. When the states are
Okay.
deciding they do what they want to do, what we need is guys like you to go to Washington and get it off.
Off the federal books.
It's a level 1 drug, right? It's a
Schedule
Yeah,
1.
it's gotta
Schedule
get off
1.
to Schedule 1.
It's considered a super narcotic.
Yeah.
We got to get rid of that.
So how do we do that, Charlie? I'll talk to anybody you want. But
Well,
in the
first of
meantime,
all,
I
it
can
helps,
do what I
Darren,
fucking
if
do.
you're listening to somebody tell you what the Supremacy Clause is. You get
don't care what the
educated,
Supremacy
and then you
Clause is.
start advocating. Maybe you run
Right.
for something.
I don't know
Why?
what's happening here.
I don't know.
That'll make a
because-
difference. Because I'll make a difference right now, and all the people that I help and talk to that reach out to me because they know
That
where
is
I
true.
stand, and
Right.
that put them on their.
That's what
path.
you're gonna
And
do.
That's what I'm doing. That's why I have a facility up in Pincana that I'm a part of. That I'll be able to go there and have these conversations for people that don't give a fuck about a supremacy clause and all that other shit because they're dying right now. So when
Right.
they figure it out and they want to talk to me, you tell them to give me a call, and I'll go fucking tell them my story. But until then, just fucking, everything I read and everything I see in TV and the news is in the world I live in, so I refuse to fucking live
My
in it.
man, he living by his own rules. Fuck the law.
Breathe, Darren.
Are you an
Blood
American?
pressure going
I
up.
obey the law.
Are you an American?
No. I'm a resident alien.
Fucking get out.
All right. I'm
We
going
need those
home.
jobs.
Damn immigrants.
Build the wall.
So
How
do you use THC marijuana? Are you smoking it? Are you taking the oil, or how do you get it?
He's doing all that.
everywhere.
All of it.
Did you hear him earlier? He's
Oh.
rubbing stuff in his knees and.
Right.
Okay, Darren, I gotta make a left turn here. Why do the Wings suck? They're the
You knew it was
worst in
happening.
hockey.
I know, but hey, Charlie, that's what happens when you see the stat that they let up the most power play goals against, and they got the worst third period letting in goals in the league.
And let me do
then
this
you're
one.
supposed
They're
to
1 in
not win.
12 in their last 13. They've been outscored 57-21, outscored 22-5 in the last 4. So that the average last 4 games is 5.5 goals to 1.
Wow.
Right?
Okay.
They're going to miss the playoffs for the 4th year in a row. Is this
Okay.
the team, or is it the culture? Is it the ownership? How bad does Ilitch suck as an owner?
Yeah, you're fucking way off base, bro.
Go
Because
on,
the
tell me.
culture's back. Stevie's back.
Stevie's back.
Right?
That's
So
right.
Stevie's back,
fucking-
yeah.
So don't tell me about wins and losses in Gary Bettman hockey, which is parity, which comes down to the last fucking 2 games of the year, and there's 5 teams fighting for the playoff.
Mhm.
You're looking for culture here. I look at the organization, I see Stevie at the top, and I see 11 guys I've either played with or played against in the organization. Well, what it tells me is right now it's tougher at the beginning to find out what you have. They're not playing well. They don't play a 60-minute game. You don't win in the NHL when you don't do that. It's a blessing in disguise for the future. We knew it would be a rebuild. We knew it would take time. It sucks, but at least they're entertaining to watch. I think we can say that they're entertaining to watch.
I don't think the young guys have made these steps forward like we were anticipating. You know what I mean?
Well, I think that first line has the Manthas, the Larkins, the Bertuzzi's, but you got one line. You have no supporting cast. The second best line's your fourth line, right? And your defense is the weakest in the league. So
and your goaltender's 35. You know, I mean.
Well, I mean, there's a whole. You see what it is.
What happened there?
You have to start somewhere. What happened there was what happened the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, what happened?
Right. Well, just you missed Datsuk, Zetterberg gone. You missed on Tatar and Nyquist. You missed on Erickson. You missed on guys. Cronwall goes out early. You're flat. You're spoiled. Lidstrom retires, dude. When you lose Nick Lidstrom, you don't realize how great he is, but you actually lose like 2 guys, right?
Yeah.
And all those minutes and stuff. So as much as they're trying to figure out who they are, right?
Yeah.
All this stuff's going on, and the youth and guys up and down. It's the greatest blessing for this organization because look at it this way: instead of smoke and mirrors now, where it takes you 4 or 5 years because you thought you had something and you didn't, you know exactly what you have. So in 2 or 3 years, you're there.
All right, let's go like this, though. Here's a common notion. I look at the Detroit Tigers, okay? In the last 3 years, they've lost 98, 98, and 114, which is one of the worst seasons in the history of professional baseball. The common ground here is Chrissy Ilitch owns these clubs. Okay.
Well, listen, you cannot use the hockey team and the baseball team when you can talk about that it's owned by the same person, and you want to ask me if there's more of a problem in the Tigers organization. You'd have more of a point because of their lack of success and what's coming through and who's there. Red Wings, you can't even say that. It's 2 different beasts. You know, it's two different animals, even though it's owned by the same team.
Yeah, but they're both in the cellar, and they're owned by the same guy, and we're paying his bills, and he doesn't share money with the city, and he doesn't invest in the teams.
So what do you want? So go talk to him. What do you want me to do about it?
I'm just asking you, bro, because because you're you're a legend.
Listen,
what
shit needs to change at the Tigers because they're not going to get any better. And I don't see anything, and I got a hard time watching the game. But as the Red Wings, I'm not worried about it. So
because they got Stevie,
right?
And because they got Drapes as the director of player personnel, because they got Bear and Horkoff and Cronwall and Lidstrom and Maltby, Fisher, Howe. Because
why don't they have McCarty?
Because McCarty does all the shit that he doesn't want to live at the fucking rink, so I get to do all the fun stuff. I do all the PR and marketing stuff.
There you go.
Don't worry about that.
And then we got the Lions are just decrepit, and the Pistons are a crap pancake, and we pay for all of them.
Listen, Charlie, you know the answer. Until people don't show up, changes aren't made. Why do you think the fucking Lions have been doing this for fucking 100 years? Yeah. I grew up watching the Lions. It's the same thing. We all live it.
Ownership.
We all show up on Sunday.
I don't. I'm mad.
Well, I don't either, but I'm saying
I do.
Too many people still do.
You have to.
Right?
Yeah, that's true.
What I'm saying. So I would say if you want to change, then you got to fucking quit. People got to quit going, which ain't going to happen.
That's true.
So I don't know that you bring the awareness, right? The awareness is there. I think that we're not super smart, that other people out there that you're talking about, it's just that you're going to bring it to the forefront, Charlie. People aren't going to talk about it, but you are. But it's reality, is it not?
Yeah, look, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's fake shit. It's entertainment. It's something we can rally around, take some civic pride and hang out together. But it's not the end of the world until and I'm sorry, this is me again. It's me and you. Until you start pulling money out of the ghetto, out of the schools, out of the police department. Now I start to get pissed. Yeah, and we got a shitburger to watch.
Right. No, right, exactly. And I think that when you break it down, because that's why you're passionate, because of the roots that that goes deeper, you have to make people aware of that. It's like in comedy. If I get heckled, if I don't repeat what was heckled, then people in the crowd don't know what they're talking about. But somebody says, "Hey, you're an asshole," and I said, "Oh, you just said I'm an asshole," right? Then the crowd has you. So I get it why you're frustrated, but you know things that most people don't, that you bring to their attention, because when you bring it to their attention, then maybe there is action on it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Oh, you are doing stand-up comedy, aren't you?
Oh, absolutely.
Here, give us a little bit of the routine.
No.
No.
That's not funny.
Well, I'll give you a quick one, all right?
Okay,
When
yeah,
I was with my wife. No, so I was with my wife, and I was telling her about the post bar back in the day, and you know how it used to be rowdy and stuff like that. And she goes, "Hey, come on, quickie, 2 minutes, let's go." And I went, "What the fuck? Who? Wait a sec." I looked around, and I said, "Are you talking to me?" She said, "Yeah, come on to the bathroom for a quickie." And I went, "Babe, my last name's McCarty. I spend a minimum 5-10 minutes in the box."
Hey.
Bump.
Where's our bump?
There it is.
Up still.
Fuck, what's fucking Bob with that timely. We're going to give you a rim shot, but we don't have it. We're only a year into this thing.
We'll edit it in.
Yeah, we'll edit it in. There you go. We'll edit it. All right, hey, brother. Seriously, man. So you're living up Peconic Way, is that right?
No, I'm in Madison Heights.
Well, let's get together.
That's just absolutely. I know where your haunts are.
Maybe you do?
I was. Have you been up to Dino's yet? Up at the Bell Iron Grill?
No, have you?
Yeah.
How is it?
The grinder played up at the pavilion and shit. Oh, it's great.
Nice.
To make a summer trip up there.
Where's it? Is that's in Pinconning?
No,
that's in
Dino.
Boston.
You know.
Our buddy Dino's Bar in Ferndale.
Oh yeah.
You got a new
Yeah.
joint up in Gaylord.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, and I've been telling him when to go up, but it's you know, I got to be going
We
up
gotta
north.
make it an event.
We should make a trip.
Exactly.
Want to do it?
Make it an
Yeah.
event.
We always plan to do
There you
shit,
go.
Bob. We never do. All right, dude, I'll call you. Maybe we'll go with our wives. We'll go over to Vito's, huh?
Sounds good.
All right, brother. Take care of yourself. Thanks
All
a
right,
million.
Man, thanks for the time, Charlie. You bet.
All right.
Thanks, Darren.
See you, Darren.
All right, you got it, guys. You bet. Thank you.
Bye-bye. He's funny.
Oh, he's a good dude.
You can tell. I was
He's
scared.
kind of scary, though.
But he's very intense. I see why you guys get along.
It's very intense.
Gary's going to have an aneurysm or something.
Oh, man. Yeah, he's
So
he's a sweet man.
But he counters the fact that marijuana calms you down, because clearly it's not working for him.
And he don't
The calm down part.
He don't give a fuck about fuck. You know what I mean?
Well, why should he?
I'm not living by the law. I'm living by my own law.
That'll keep you healthy.
Yeah. Let me tell you about Hall Financial, right? 800 5-star reviews from their happy clients, including Bob.
Very happy.
They're on a mission before the end of the year to get it to 1,000. I think they might be at 1,000, to be honest with you. This team, you keep playing the money.
I don't know where my other one went.
That's all right. Nobody's even.
Bob, I'm giving you homework.
Just like Darren said, if you don't mention it, nobody will notice. So just, we'll just let it slide.
Listen. This team of mortgage professional provides every client with VIP service, ensuring they feel like a name and not a number. What if I told you could skip a mortgage payment and lower your payments? Huh?
That would be great. I'm skipping my December payment, so I don't have to make my mortgage payment until January because we just closed on it. It was they were fantastic. I mean, they crossed all the T's, dotted all the I's, made it painless for me. We closed at my house. They said, "Where do you want to close? You want to close at Starbucks? Or you can come to our office. We'll come to your house." And I'm like,
Yep.
"Just come by the house. That'd be great."
So Christmas is going to be great here.
Is
You
your
know-
payment
Yeah.
lower? Is your payment lower?
And we lowered our payment. Yeah,
So what this piece of paper says is true.
absolutely,
Absolutely.
yeah.
What's
And
the-
we took money out because I'm getting my roof done. So I took some money out, and so I got the chunk of money for my roof and my payments.
Little home equity.
Yeah.
248-308-5000 if you're looking to purchase or refinance. Listen, rates are never getting to zero. Fed just lowered them again. Want to lower that payment? Now's the time. I'm telling you. Or you can chat with them online. DavidHallMortgage.com.
Give them a call. You will not be disappointed.
248-308-5000. I'm not even going to read this bullshit. I'm not, because here's Bob.
It's no
Yeah.
BS.
Here's Bob. He'll tell you, you've been raving.
And our other coworker went with them as well, and he just closed on his refi.
Another referral, see that?
Yeah.
Now,
and he said the exact same thing as me. I mean, it was so painless.
you can tell them you heard on the No BS News Hour. You know,
And it closed quick.
Right.
It was like 14 days or something.
Right. You know, we were on the old copy I have, right? What is it? It closed.
You said I think it was 18 days. Or
No,
whatever.
they do 19. The average is like 44 days.
Right. Mine was even quicker than that. Like I said, mine was 14.
Get her done.
And they didn't, I'm nobody special or, whatever. It was just.
DavidHallMortgage.com. NMLS number 1467435. Did you get a hold of him? No. Yeah, I did.
I feel a cold breeze.
I do too.
Where is that coming from?
Is that door open?
I don't know. I just want to make sure nobody's walking up behind me. Got to keep an eye out, Bob.
That's right. Down here in the lower level.
While Charlie's looking down.
I gotta do everything.
Yeah, I know, Charlie, but that's what happens when you're good at it.
Well, I gotta find this. Look,
Okay, who are we looking for?
I gotta call our guy from Flint, Art Woodson,
Well, that's fine.
because he's looking at
We got-
Mannequin Joey, and he's not gonna pick up the phone. But I know he was addressing a bunch of veterans today because he works with vets. He's a super dude.
Did you see the email that we got about him?
Who?
You and I.
About who?
About Arthur Woodson.
What did it say?
I mean, it was all good, but it was just saying, hey, if you guys, they were pitching him as a guest. And so I didn't know if you'd already spoken with the person who sent it. And I just acknowledged it and said thank you. But they were laying out a lot of the questions that I'm sure a lot of people have, and that Mr. Woodson could possibly have
beat
the
you
answer
to it. I was already talking to Art.
Yeah. So I didn't know.
If you're out there and you feel like there's nothing you could do, I'm telling you, this guy, I don't even like using community activist or any shit like that.
That didn't sound right.
Because you sound like a nut.
Right.
This guy was just on it. I mean,
But
court documents, city hall, just he was there.
Yeah.
He kept it alive.
When somebody cares and they're keeping an eye out on what's happening and the moving parts and the moving pieces and the moving people, then they know. So,
And they do know.
Yeah.
And they let other people know.
I'm gonna tell you, Art.
That's for sure. Maybe he's still talking to the vets.
I told this fucker, don't do that.
People
know what
do
I mean?
that all the time, though, Charlie.
They do, but I'm doing a show here.
I know, but they.
No, but yeah, like you said, he might have been there and it just went long.
But
or
still,
whatever.
it's time management, and
Yeah.
most people don't have that mastered. So, I had somebody that had a conference call, and the host for the conference call was late, and I'm like, how do you set up a conference call and you're late? So, we tend to look at things a little differently. People are pretty lax, and hey, everybody just kind of goes with the flow. But like you said, we're doing a show. It's a time thing here,
Right.
so it's a little different. It's not like we're sitting around waiting for lunch.
How are you the host of a conference call and then be late?
Man, but listen,
that?
people should know me by now. I do not do late
I don't either.
at all.
I don't either.
I mean, that is just one unacceptable thing. So,
Yeah.
So what do we do, Charlie?
Did you? I didn't have to appear in federal court. Remember, I got that subpoena.
Yeah.
I was going back and forth with the assistant United States attorney. Like,
And Fox 2 wasn't helping you.
no, well, you can bring that up if you want.
I just did.
Yeah. So they wanted me to testify in the case of Kellum versus Quinn. Quinn was an ICE agent, and they were looking to, arrest this young guy, Terrence Kellum. Father told the fugitive task force, he was wanted for weapons violation and, pointing a fucking assault rifle at a pizza guy. And they came to arrest him. Father said he wasn't there, and they executed the warrant. And the kid was hiding up in the attic, and then dropped through a hole in the ceiling. And the dad said he didn't do that. They brought him down, and then the guy just executed him.
Oh, wow.
But all the evidence has showed the attic fibers over his clothes and in his underpants. And his dad said, "There's no way. There's no way he could have come through that hole. You couldn't fit a baby down that hole. He was 110 pounds." And so I went over there, and I'm 170, 175, and I went through the hole. So they wanted me to testify to that fact, And like I said, the reason I did the story is I'm pro-cop and I'm pro-people. And when a cop's wrong, then you face the consequences, right? And when a cop's not wrong, I don't think you're allowed to stir up the community, right? and ruin this guy's life. Like, a couple weeks ago, I said the lead cop that went to arrest the woman had information on the killer of a 5-year-old.
Right.
And he unloaded 15.
Yeah.
And I know that cop. I still got to do that story. And I got to call my mom and ask her for advice because, you don't want to do that story.
Right.
You have to.
But you have to.
I want to be I want to do the best I can.
Yeah, but you go on principle, Charlie. And
Yes.
that's if you're going to do it, you have to stick to what it is that you're that standard. Like, it's not contingent upon who is involved.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just a reality.
The jury came back in 3 hours and found the agent, had done nothing wrong, and they dismissed the civil suit. He was never charged criminally. And that's Art.
Is that your guy? See, he came through. Late,
Hey, what's up, Art?
but through.
Yeah. Where you at? You in a dog kennel there? Can you get to a quiet place?
Dog kennel.
I said, you sound like you're in a dog kennel. Can you get to a quiet place? It's yours. Here's what I'm going to do, okay? I'm going to have my guy call you on the 248 number. Oh, goddamn. Okay, everybody who's listening, this is my fucking life. This is what I do.
It's okay,
Yeah, can you hear
though.
me now?
It's all good, Charlie.
Okay, listen. I'm going to
Gives
call
you
you on the
gray hair.
248 number. Okay, listen to me. I'm going to call you back on the 248 number. Pick it up. It's going to be my associate, Mannequin Joe. Yep, in 30 seconds. Okay. I know. That's why we're going to... I know, bro. Love you. Call you in a minute. Bye-bye.
You said, I'm going to call you back. He said, okay, call me back.
I used to get paid a fuckload to do
I
this.
just said I'm going to call you
Like,
back.
who's on first?
So, look. So, here's the thing. The jury came back in 3 hours. Nothing to this. You're gone, right? They played the video that I made for Fox 2 for closing arguments. It's still alive, this stuff we do,
Yeah.
right? But, yeah, I do take exception with the fact that we're not going to... I'm on the outs, and the company that I made that for is going to leave me to fend for myself and hire my own attorney. Come on.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Because you don't want reporters going to federal court. You do everything you can to resist it. Why? Because
It's a chilling effect.
your reputation of, if you tell me, bro, I'll keep it between us.
Right.
There is no law protecting anonymity and that promise federally. States like Michigan do have it. It's called the SHIELD law, right? Reporters, it's sort of like attorney-client privilege.
Right.
The SHIELD law has the same thing, reporter, source.
Doesn't have to reveal his sources.
Right. But I'm never going to, I would have to go to court. And I told the guy, I don't know. I don't know. I don't
So is it
own
done?
that. It's done.
Okay.
It's done, but still,
You can only hope, Charlie.
I don't know. So maybe we did something right there. So, to the Kellum family, I am sorry for the loss of your son. There's nothing funny about that. And, to Agent Quinn, I'm happy that it's over. Nobody wins in this.
It's true.
But, all right, anyway, Arthur, brother,
Yes, sir.
are you there? Yes, you are.
Yes, sir.
So, let me just say this. Remarkable what's happened in Flint. Karen Weaver was the Golden Girl. She came in 2000 and when was she elected? 15. She immediately declares a state of emergency in Flint on the water poisoning, right?
Correct.
She looks like we're going to have some real representation in Flint. But immediately starts hiring her own cronies. She doesn't really talk to the press or the people, but she has lunch with Jada Pinkett Smith and Snoop Dogg, and she appears at the DNC. She's in Hillary's commercials, but still, she's pushing. Now she's out. Explain to the listeners why Karen Weaver, the Golden Girl, is out on her ass today.
I helped her. A lot of people helped her and get into office.
So you did you advocated for her?
Yes.
Okay.
And, we wanted Dane Walling out. Period. Point blank. No Dane Walling.
That's the dude who was the former mayor who got you into this
Correct.
water system deal.
Got him off the
Yeah.
Correct.
Detroit water.
Started off with that KWA.
And a lot of people don't understand that the KWA was the crime.
Yeah, the water
And-
system,
and-
yeah.
Right, and everything else was the cover-up. So it was two different crimes.
Well, let's
there.
not go there. Why?
All right,
Okay.
all right. So I was getting to that part. We wanted Dane Walling out. Mayor Weaver, she didn't do any protesting. She didn't know anything about the water system. So I told her about what was going on. Told her how she can call a PA 390-1976.
No, don't do this. Here, stop.
Okay.
No.
All right, my fault.
Okay, you backed her. She came in,
Right.
and you turned on her.
No, I didn't turn on her. It was the fact that she told us, she promised us that she was going to get in there and put new people in with experience and expertise on fixing our water, fixing the infrastructure, the distribution system. She said that she was going to get rid of corruption, and she got in office and did something totally different. She was Dane Walling on steroids.
What did she do?
February 5th, 2016, she started diverting the funds that was meant for the people in the city of Flint.
What funds?
People that was sending in contributions to help the people in the city of Flint. She diverted them to her own private account to pay her advisor, Ani Gilchrist, and herself.
Well, where were the
the
funds being sent? Because that was always a question that I wondered. People were sending in donations. Was there a fiduciary formally established, or were they just randomly dropped? Where were the funds going?
They had established a community foundation. That's where they were supposed to go. But what happened, they turned around and got their own bank account down in Akron, Ohio, First Merit Bank, and they was diverting the funds when they called to the city to donate. They was telling them to send it to Caring for Flint instead of Community Foundation.
Okay, now let's go to this. What about the money that was sent to Flint to fix the pipes? Talk to me real quick about the contracts.
The contracts was bid rigging. They wanted W.T. Stevens was their number one.
Just keep it simple.
Oh, right. That was their number one contractor, and I'll give you one example. Goyette was the lowest bidder, which was another contractor. They had to bid on 11 units, right? Well, then Goyette came in as the lowest bidder. They didn't like that, so they turned around and said, well, then we're going to change the bid to 4 units. Then give it to W.T. Stevens. Well, when everybody started making,
I'm going to cut you off, Art. Let's go like this. Here, let me teach you how to do these. You go like this. They bid out the pipe contracts, right? When their company that they liked, that they wanted to get it, didn't get it, they rebid it, correct?
Correct.
And then who got it?
Who got it was W.T. Stevens.
The company
They wanted.
that they didn't want.
That they favored.
No,
Correct.
they
On the second time around.
the second time around, the company that
Right.
they wanted didn't get the contract.
Right.
So
Just
twice
like
they
with-
tried.
Right,
what
and
still
just
do.
like with Rizzo, the waste collection company.
Then the third time they went behind closed doors and said, "Look, let's just divide them up." Right?
Correct.
And so this incensed Flint, did it not?
Yes.
Because the company that they did favor didn't know what they were doing and tore up the whole streets and yards all across Flint, right?
Correct.
Are the pipes all replaced as of today?
No, they're not. And it's not just those pipes that needed to be replaced. That's like J.M. Eagle offered in February 2016 to come in and give us free PVC piping. They turned it down. They didn't want the free pipe. Our distribution system could be brand new right now if they would have accepted the offer from J.M. Eagle from out of California.
So
They said that our weather is too bad, but they turned around last month and put these same PVC pipes in over here on the street, a 1 mile stretch of road.
So why is that? And remember something, Art. People are listening that you're talking really specifically. You got to
Yeah.
speak generally. Like I never heard that one. Basically, what you're saying is there was free pipes offered by somebody. They didn't want to take them. They wanted their preferred contractors to get paid and have Flint buy the pipes, right?
Correct.
Shit.
So
No, not buy the pipes because the copper service line was donated. So they didn't have to buy that neither.
So let me ask
They
you,
didn't
what happened? You supported Karen Weaver in the beginning. She got in. What happened? Why didn't, in your opinion, she deliver? Why didn't she get in and do what she was elected to do? What was that change? What happened?
When first started off with the diverted funds, and then you had Rizzo.
But I'm saying this was a person you supported.
No, now he's doing it.
Okay.
First she diverted the funds, then
right. Then Rizzo came the same year,
and then
the bid rigging came with W.T. Stevens.
Okay, and then
you got 17 lawsuits against her right now, and it was just incompetency.
So what we have
time you
here
turn
is the
around.
garbage hauling, the pipe contracts, diverting of money, 17 white officers suing for discrimination, and crime going through the fucking roof, and they lied about it.
Correct. And everything seemed to be a lie. And you had just this year, you had a water violation where they didn't take the samples. So they violated us for
not testing for the
lead.
water.
Right. So, I mean, we right back. And then you had her put 8,000 liens on people's homes to be taken because of the water. Then she turns around after they made a moratorium that you couldn't take the houses. And the county treasurer said that she's not accepting them. She backdoored that and put the sewer on people's tax rolls.
But did she get power drunk? Did she get power hungry? Did she get? I'm saying,
no,
what happened to
she-
her to make all of this happen for a person that you supported, that the community really thought had their best interest at heart? We got information that she was campaigning last week in a $300,000 Bentley. She was hanging out with the celebrities. What
Jesse
happened
Jackson
to the
campaigned with Judge Mathis.
So what happened to the person that you elected? What was that turning point to make her something that you are into, or brought out the person that you didn't elect?
It was the advisor. I call him Mayor Ani Gilchrist. He was making all the decisions, and she was just the figurehead. She was just the mayor. She didn't make any decisions. He made all the decisions, and he ran everybody away from City Hall. I mean, it's a skeleton crew down there.
And her other advisor, it's important to say, was
Woodrow Stanley.
Woodrow Stanley, who got booted out of the mayor's. He got recalled as the mayor of Flint for graft.
Right, for the same thing. And
fuck?
A lot of people didn't
History repeats
understand
itself.
when
That's deep,
what's his name, Jason Chavez from the Congress, when they was doing the hearings. He said, "Is this the type of city that we want to go out on a limb for?" You had to read the whole email. It said because of their financial practices, because they gave us a drinking water revolving loan.
Yes,
of $20
listen.
million.
Here's the
And
thing.
that loan was from 1999, 2000, 2001, and they say they were still looking for that money, and that was under Woodrow Stanley.
Here's the thing, dude. Yes, Flint deserves the help, but you're all fucked up with your politics up there. It's a corrupt shit.
It's not just Flint; it's Genesee County.
It's fucking Wayne County.
In Oakland County.
I mean,
It's Washington,
it's
D.C.
But you have to look. They say
Lansing.
Michigan is the number one state for corrupt politicians. That was in a news article.
To make it
I
true.
mean,
Yeah,
look
then it
at-
must
look,
be true, I guess.
Look at Detroit's mayor. He done deleted emails and was.
Well, he
giving
got his grand
preference.
juries, you know.
Right, but why haven't they came in and got these two individuals? Kwame Kilpatrick, they got him for 28 years. Why
Well-
haven't they got these two?
Well, it's because it's taken a while. I mean, we had the FBI agent in here. That thing started in 2002?
Yeah.
They didn't hit him for 8 years. What's going on up there? You're hearing and I'm hearing. You've heard their sealed indictments, right?
Hey, yeah.
I mean, you're close. You're closer to the AG and the feds than I am, and I've heard that.
I mean, it's coming, but it's just taking too long.
What's
man.
coming, man?
What's coming is the unsealing of the indictments.
Are those
And
for the original water crisis stuff, or is that for the stealing after the fact?
it's after the fact.
Huh?
It's after the fact.
Are those
And
those aren't state?
no, it's federal. It's federal, and That's what I'm hearing. That it's indictments after the fact, and that I mean, it was in plain sight. It's plain sight.
Of course it was.
Rigging.
Of course it was. Listen, you know me, right? I was never impressed. You and I are not buds, but I do think you are a reporter. You're like just a grassroots reporter. You're a guy that just does it because it's right. Right?
Right.
Sometimes we
Correct.
agree with each other, sometimes we don't, right?
Oh, but that's the best thing about it. I don't want anybody around me that's going to agree with me all the time.
Yeah, and you're not my source. You know, you're a guy I call up and say, I hear this.
Right.
I'm just checking if you heard what I heard or what did you hear.
So is there a document shredding truck outside of Flint City Hall yesterday?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I put the photo up
On Facebook.
Yeah, and the night of the election, they blocked off the street. The police department blocked off the street, and people was moving stuff out.
This is Arthur Woodson. You can go to his Facebook page and look at the document shredding truck that miraculously is in front of City Hall because they didn't think they were going to lose. If you thought you were going to lose, you would have shredded that shit a while ago.
Yeah.
And I mean,
nothing says you're guilty like shredding documents.
No,
or deleting emails.
Or deleting emails.
But why would you need a shredding truck out there right before you leave City Hall?
So what do you expect from Sheldon Neely? And what will happen or what things will be put in place so that he doesn't duplicate
what's he talking to doing? Is he going to go back to KWA? Is he going to pull out of the Detroit?
That's what I read in the newspaper.
That's insane.
That he was talking about going back to the KWA. But here's the best thing about that, right? Is that the KWA was done not in good faith.
Right. The new water system we're talking about.
Correct.
Right.
And the state put this in place, and they were supposed to appropriate funds because they started this program, not the city.
Keep it simple, man. Don't make this boring.
All right, so the state's supposed to be paying for it. So if he go after the state and the county, and they have to pay 2/3 of those bonds,
yeah,
that's a good deal. That's a good deal. So if that's the direction that he's going in, that's a great deal.
Let me do this here, okay? Let me do this. Let me get something straight so the listener, hang with me. We'll I know it's getting esoteric. We'll wind this up. Number one. You can't go back to that new water system because you don't have any way to treat the fucking water.
Correct.
It's that water treatment plant we all been looking at. It's 50 years old. No, it was closed 50 years ago. You can't even treat the water. Number two, here's where all the other listeners around the world, especially those that live here, the way that Flint is paying its note for the water system that it does not use, that it never could afford, was they threw it on the Great Lakes Water Authority. That means Metro Detroit water users pay for Flint's sin.
Wow.
So what is the mayor talking about?
Not necessarily. The mayor is saying that the county and the state will have to pay that $7 million, part of that $7 million a year.
Yeah, but you know who pays it now?
We do.
Well, you do, but watch this. You do, but watch this. You get $13 million in water, okay?
Right.
For $6 million a year.
No.
Yeah.
What they did, we was paying $12 million before we signed the deal. What they did, they still charged us $12 million, and then they tacked on $7 more million to make it $19 million. So basically, they getting that pipeline for free.
Okay, fine. But yet we still pay for the water. We're subsidizing the water y'all getting. That right? Absolutely.
Right.
So
but all of it.
So the whole thing is this. The whole thing is this. All of we the people lost on this, and all the guys that loaned money and borrowed the money, they're wearing nice suits and they've been made whole.
Did you know that Carlyle Group backed that KWA?
There's a lot of multinationals.
Do you know who the Carlyle Group is?
Yes, I do know who the Carlyle Group is. They're a multinational sort of hedge fund kind of, we do a lot of stuff around the planet, right?
But all in all, I'm glad to see that Mayor Weaver was voted out, because it's like a black cloud has been lifted from over the city of Flint. And the main thing now is to go back to the table and bring all the agencies back to the city of Flint and start over, and not reinvent the wheel, but, go back and see everything that's been done and do it right. Because people are dying here in the city of Flint still. We talk about the water crisis, but we don't talk about the health crisis. You had cyanide, arsenic, benzene, TCE, PCE, you name it, we had in our water. And the lead was the main narrative because it was able to get the money for them to be able to rake or steal or whatever you want to call it, get kickback. And we didn't pay attention, and we allowed them to do that. Yeah. And Snyder and Rich Beard was the main two that was coordinating it, because he wanted to hurry up and get up out of here.
So here's the thing. That's right. The lead, it's not good. I don't want my kid having it, your kids. That was the least of it all.
Right.
Right. Arsenic, methane, legionnaires, blah, blah, blah. Here's what I'm looking for. Get the police straight, right? Get the water straight. Do the shit a government's supposed to do. And at the same time, I'm hoping the mayor, and we'll get him on. Sheldon, if you're listening, I know you're busy. Congratulations. We do not want the sins and the potential crimes, maybe not, let the process work, of those who stole money after the fact to help Flint, and those who stole money before the fact that poisoned Flint in order to rape Flint. We need to see those things through, because people will continue to do it if we don't have some justice. Is that right, Art?
Yes, sir. Did you see where they issued search warrants for MDHHS and MDEQ this week and for the past 2 months? I think they issued search warrants, five search warrants.
Which body? The
AG office.
The Attorney General.
General Nessel's office.
Dana Nessel, who's starting over. I still don't get that one, by the way. You could have started over and yet still took
Todd Flood's work.
Nick Lyon to trial.
Build on what was happening.
Right, build on it. Sure.
But here's the problem that I have, right? And I was, pissed with Todd Flood later on in the trial. Mm-hmm. He was giving them deals like Leanne Schechter-Smith.
Yeah.
He gave her a deal that if anything else comes up in the Flint water crisis and she's implementing in it, she couldn't be charged.
Well, shit. I mean, she's low level.
She's low level, but at the same time...
Hey, listen, he did get 2 cabinet members charged, the 2 top health officials. That's something. I don't know why they're not on trial. You might be right, but dropping the charges on everybody? I don't know.
Let me just...
You got the last word right here.
Let me say this, right? What if, and this hypothetical, right?
Come on, last word.
What if the judge that they had was working for them and he was going to dismiss the charges to where they couldn't be brought back?
Well, that's interesting because the judge called Nick Lyon, the health director of state of Michigan, called him corrupt. Boom. So I don't know.
But at the same time, there might be an overplay for the underplay.
Maybe.
But I'm glad that we got Mayor Weaver out because it was Mayor Ani Gilchrist who was just screwing everything up. And we have a new mayor, and I'm hoping and praying that he comes in and turn all this around.
I know you'll hold him to it, bro.
I was going to say, don't hope and pray. Hold him accountable.
Well, we're talking to one guy here that does.
I understand that.
He definitely will be held accountable if things isn't done the way that they're supposed to be done. And that's everything I love on that one, because people are dying and we need clean water. We need affordable water. We need crime down. We need blight gone. But houses put up, not apartments.
Now let me I'm going to say goodbye to you, but just listen here. I just want we're going to wrap up here, but I want y'all just to think of what you just heard. It's Art Woodson. Don't think about race. Don't think about gender. Don't think about where anybody is, money. Look what he just said. Say it one more time, Art. Clean water, crime, blight gone, good roads, some schools. Aren't we all the same?
We all deserve it.
That's all anybody wants.
Yeah.
We all deserve, happiness.
And I'm just going to say, Art, here's what the thing is. You really put your body where your spirit is. You actually go out there and make this shit happen. You're not a nut. You're not some goofball community activist who shows you're a citizen who can read, who's considered strong, and you had a major effect. Okay. Old dummy Karen couldn't get it done. Next.
At Dumas, Weaver.
Totally.
To make it clear.
Totally. You know when Weaver is dodging Dumas, you got a problem.
That's a huge problem.
Man, the whole country's pissed. So listen, thanks, man. And
Thank you.
Just stay on the line and listen to this. I know these are Sundays. That's a spiritual thing that happened. A little bit of a win for democracy. And if you voted for Weaver, we don't hate you either.
No, we definitely don't.
No. So we're gonna go out a little Mahalia Jackson. Enjoy your Sunday, sir.
All right, you too. Thank you.
Thanks, Art.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Mannequin, see you. See you next week. Karen.
All right.
Yes.
Love you.
Welcome back.
Thanks, Darren McCarty. And Dan, Mr. Gilbert, get well. Go to Deadline Detroit and read that. You just give you a little update. Where's Dan? I'm going to let you know what's really happening with the money. It'll all come to be. And you heard Arthur. Flint, hold on. He's hearing what I'm hearing, and he's really plugged in. And I'm pretty plugged in.
Yeah.
So this just wasn't me.
It's not over yet.
No, I'll tell you. Well,
but they took a big step in the right direction, getting rid of Weaver.
Look, let me put it to you this way about Art. The ballers, the AG, the feds. I know they talk to him. You know why? Because he's the fucker that uncovers this shit.
He's the guy in the know.
Right? Yeah. And so when I'm doing it with my reporting, they're talking to me. When I read you that email from, the player, I didn't want to tell you who it was. He's informing me of what the feds will ask him. This shit's real.
It's very real.
And there's just a lot of shit we broke on this show. And show number one, no bullshit news hour.com. Get on there and subscribe. Was Flint.
It was.
We promised you we won't forget you.
No, and we won't.
And you know what's going on, Joey? Mannequin? Did he? Did some air come out of that? I think I heard it.
He said no.
People are starting to call and want to be correspondents. We got a guy that covers the Capitol. He wants to contribute. We got a guy, I'm going to call him Shithouse.
The Capitol in Lansing or Washington?
Lansing.
Oh, nice.
The guy in Flint, I can do it because this won't come out until Sunday. A guy in Weaver's administration, a guy I was talking. He's now going to the waste treatment plant in Flint. Oh. So one of my insiders is now going to be a correspondent out of Flint.
Oh, good.
Yeah, his name will be Shithouse Shane, since he's working at the treatment plant. Regular people. Your son, Karen. Chicken Joe, Shithouse Shane. We can do it. Art Woodson. We can do it.
Yeah, like the people that I talked to last week. I mean, people will tell you. I mean, it's not always the people in the positions and with the titles. There are people on the ground that see, that hear, that know, and that are willing to share their stories and insight about the realities of what is or is not happening.
And they just need an outlet for it. That's us.
I wish we were getting paid. All right, man.
Wait, you mean we're not?
Oh, here. I mean.
Oh, you do?
I mean, some of that real money.
I was kidding.
That TV money, man. And thanks to all our sponsors. We'll see you next week. And this is probably the greatest voice of the American 20th century, Mahalia Jackson. Bob, that's not Mahalia Jackson. We played that last week.
He liked it so much.
Oh, you're right. That was my bad.
No, that's good. That totally works for us.
I was on the wrong...
That totally works for us.
It's live. I mean, it happens.
It was live.
Right, Joe? Yeah.
He said
If we weren't a little technically fucked up with no sound effects and last week's news, what would we be?
the regular show.
Just another slick ass show. Who wants that?
There we
Thank you,
go.
brother. Thank you.
Does she fit the battle of Jericho? Jericho, Jericho. Does she fit the battle of Jericho? And the walls came tumbling down. Hallelujah. Does she fit the battle